Religious and social occasions are a reflection of the culture of each civilization, and they teach us about the traditions of different countries. Ramadan is on top of these occasions in the Islamic world. Throughout its 30 days, it presents unique and sometimes strange traditions. If you want to experience how different cultures celebrate Ramadan all in one place, all you have to do is visit Britain during the holy month of Ramadan. Nearly 3 million Muslims reside in this European country, which is among the most prominent nations in the West, and it is known for its tolerance and acceptance of others. It's also home to the largest Muslim population in Europe. The people and organizations help in the creation of a magnificent picture painted with the colors from all continents, reflecting the perfect coexistence in the society during the holy month of Ramadan. Muslims make up only 5% of the population, so the decoration of Ramadan can't be compared to that in Islamic countries. British Muslims, both immigrants and natives, eagerly await Ramadan and its blessings with passion and anticipation. Although Britain is not an Islamic country, the presence of Muslims from various countries makes Ramadan a special month in the year that is truly different from the rest. It covers the streets and neighborhoods with special Islamic themes filled with joy and blessings. Muslims in Britain live mainly in Manchester, Bradford, and Birmingham, but they are present in other cities as well. The center of London is home to native British Muslims. All of those places experience the pure and faithful atmosphere of Ramadan. Ramadan introduces vital economic activity to those cities where Muslims live. In addition to a noticeable increase in purchasing, immigrants' communities prepare for the holy month by performing its rituals and traditions, with each group following the culture of their native country. Shopping malls in turn offer all kinds of commodities to meet the needs of Muslim individuals along with their families who live in the country. Some of the shop owners will hang lights and lanterns to join the celebration of the holy month of Ramadan. This is a social stance indicating unity and social cohesion that are traits that come with the holy month, along with goodness and piety throughout society. At the meeting point of Oxford Street and Park Lane lies a street known as the Arab Street in the northwestern part of London. This road is home to markets and it becomes lively and crowded at the time of Maghrib or sunset prayers. Many Muslims, especially Arabs, visit this street very regularly. The shops in this street prepare for the holy month by offering different types of local and imported goods for the occasion. This includes dates, dried fruits, and special kinds of juice to enrich the iftar tables to suit everyone's tastes. Other shops hang Ramadan cards written in Arabic and in English, and offer chocolate gifts and Ramadan calendars. These calendars include iftar and imsak times. Ramadan is the third most popular occasion in Britain. More than 1,200 mosques are scattered all over Britain. The oldest one is Sharjah in the town of Woking. The curators of those mosques work hard before Ramadan to provide any necessary equipment to ensure that all acts of worship can be performed appropriately. The Great Mosque of London, located near Regent Park, is one of the oldest Islamic buildings in Europe. It serves as a meeting point for Muslims in London who visit it during Ramadan to practice their religious rituals. It has room to accommodate more than 5,000 people, and it includes some unique Islamic-style buildings as well. During Ramadan, the mosque organizes various social events and lectures. These teach people about Islam and the virtues of the holy month, in addition to other religious rituals that are very significant. Ramadan is the right time for British Muslims to strengthen the relations and bonds and fill the gaps created by their busy lifestyles, which focus mainly on work and study. Family members and friends visit and invite one another more frequently to iftar meals, the meal that brings everyone together and fills their hearts with love and forgiveness. Immigrant Muslims who live in Britain miss the voice of the sunset prayers or the Maghrib prayers that they are used to hearing in their Islamic countries, as the mosques around them announce the iftar time for fasting people using them, starting one of the key rituals of Ramadan. Iftar meals vary greatly in Britain, as Muslims here belong to many different cultures. We can see Syrian kebabs, Arabian kapsa, Indian bakora, Nigerian tao, and Iranian daisi. However, dates and milk are found on every table. People serve many delicious sweets made specially for the holy month. Some are homemade, while others are offered by shops that make sure to have them ready, like shuaibiyat and sweets made of peanuts, cream, along with nuts as well. Islam has many merciful virtues that manifest clearly during Ramadan, and that helps Muslims to attain a strong sense of presence in all aspects of British life, whether it be social or political. The main virtues are coexistence and forgiveness. The Ramadan radio, one of the nice features that occurs during Ramadan, plays an important role in spreading those virtues. Some Muslim youth make radio broadcasts in several large cities to talk about life in Ramadan. They also include verses of the Holy Quran that are read in both Arabic and English, in addition to many religious programs catered to a Muslim audience in specific. This helps educate the people regarding Islam and its traditions, along with giving Muslims in the community a sense of belonging. British Muslims never cease to forget organizing free meal events, despite being on a rather small scale in areas that are populated by Muslims. They set up tents and serve breakfast for everyone, whether Muslim or not. People race to put their traditional food on those tables to teach British people about their culture and promote social unity. It also helps poor people who are not able to purchase or afford food. Muslim youth gets involved in charities or events initiated by Islamic centers or other organizations to urge people to help one another, individually or through organized campaigns. These campaigns focus on helping people who are in need, which is an important feature and characteristic shown during the holy month of Ramadan.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
Many Muslims in Britain may miss the exceptional Ramadan lifestyles present in most details of Islamic countries. But as soon as they enter mosques, they feel the spirituality and devotion, and their hearts become filled with belief. They bring their children with them to teach them the principles of Islam, which is important in the mixed society of Britain. They stand in reverence in front of Allah during Taraweeh prayers, after they had fasted and broken their fast for His sake. They thank Allah after they have quenched their veins, and pray to have the reward of the exalted Allah. Like Muslims all over the world, British Muslims prepare for the last 10 days of Ramadan with mixed feelings. As the end of this blessed month is near, they tend to perform more charity work and acts of worship, including reading the Holy Quran and performing the Tahajjud prayer, to have the reward of Allah, which He promised His worshippers when He said the following: "In the name of Allah, the Merciful and the Benevolent." Allah Almighty has spoken the truth. A panorama of joy and happiness can be observed among British Muslims at the final night of Ramadan. Each neighborhood or street has its own unique theme, ranging from traditional to modern, to welcome the Eid. Shops offer special items and clothes made in various countries. Shopping malls are now holding shopping festivals and offer a variety of sweets and gifts specifically made for the occasion. Mosques alongside with public squares in Birmingham and London receive thousands of visitors in the first day of Eid. Like Small Heath Square, which hosted the largest number of prayers in Europe, when 140,000 people gathered there to pray. Our journey in Britain is now over. We will meet tomorrow to learn about another country, its people, and traditions in Ramadan in the Islamic world.